The Antichrist and the Architect by Michael Dante. Part 1. The Antichrist, First Sonnet. Komm, lass uns Mittag essen. The Antichrist smiled at the architect. You will design my city with your pen. I want white stone gilded in gold to reflect my 1,000-year Reich. A temple built with columns of light. Over lunch, he spoke on many things, especially love. He told the young architect, "Fervor for the fatherland is what you have. Men like you is all I need. Loyalty is love. Come, you must visit the grave of Charlemagne. From where I live you can see this place. But first let's talk about Dietrich Eckart's poetry. Yes, Berlin will surpass Paris in its beauty." Second Sonnet. Beauty is what the Antichrist spoke about. Goethe declared architecture music in stone. Most of my men are unapologetic louts. But you are an academic. You alone match my taste. My men are good people, but they have no vision. You create in concrete what Beethoven did in music. You to me are like a sun. The alluring voice of the Antichrist lingered in the young architect's mind. That is why I want you to be my minister of war, my human face for mankind. Bit by bit, the architect sold his soul to Gehenna. Poland is under your control. Part 2. The Architect, First Sonnet. Love, poetry, beauty, and production for war was what the Antichrist spoke about. The architect had a new construction in mind, a cathedral of sorrow. He built Hitler's church under the Harz Mountain, a system of tunnels that ran for miles. Here there were crematoria with solemn crypts where foundries clanked beneath a vast ossuarium. A slave master surpassing even Babylon. Tens of thousands toiled amid brutality. Gunshots were common. Sleepers were woken from their nightmares by murderous screams that echoed inside their fearful dreams. Second Sonnet. The Antichrist whispered many things into the architect's ear. He said, "Dear Spear, you are the future. I will make you an archangel amongst men. Himmler is paving the way." The Antichrist had moved deep underground like a rat in a maze. My last and final order is a scorched earth policy. Destroy everything. Blow up the factories. The architect stared back at him in disbelief. Outside the skies were streaked with unceasing flak. The Red Army swarmed about the border. He felt only shock. The Antichrist smiled, his eyes wells of human pathos. Komm, lass uns Mittag essen. Final Sonnet. At the Nuremberg trials, the architect found himself admitting to the crime of genocide. There had been a neglect of duty on his part. There were times in his career when he looked away. Mr. Speer had stood in the antechamber of evil. In good faith, he followed orders and obeyed. He'd never looked into the holy of holies of Hitler's policy. For the Holocaust he was sorry. This dark fellowship began innocently enough. It began with a pat on the back from Adolf Hitler. "Come, let's have lunch." Now Nuremberg's noose was almost in reach.